How about hiring a virtual assistant? You guys ever have anybody teach you how to hire a virtual assistant or even explain the process? Probably not. We're a multifamily community. Why would I teach you how to hire a VA? I'm going to tell you to use one. Why am I going to teach you how to hire one? Well, here's how I hire my VAs, and they have worked out swimmingly well for me. So what can a VA do for you? Well, they can schedule appointments for you, which would be key to this presentation, so that you can get freed up to only hold appointments and talk to decision makers. Number one rule in sales is the more time during the golden hours, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m., Monday through Friday, the more time you can spend in front of your prospect, the better you'll do in business, okay? The golden hours. So if we can get VAs to schedule these appointments for us, then all we're doing is holding the appointments and spending time in front of our prospects, all right? They can skip trace contact lists for you. We talked about that already. They can mail letters for you. You send them the letter, you provide them with the money to be able to buy the envelopes and the stamps, and they can do that for you. Post social media content, enter data into the CRM. They can also do graphics for you. I have a virtual assistant that I use that does all of my logos and my YouTube thumbnail photos. So how do we hire them? Well, we can go to what they're called listing exchange resources. No different than property listing exchanges, only these are finding vendors that we can utilize, virtual assistants. So you can go to Fiverr.com, Upwork.com, or onlinejobs.ph. My personal preference is onlinejobs.ph. That is in the Philippines. PH is Philippines. They are English taught in school. They're a fairly poor country, so you can get a really, really good rate that is very, very beneficial to them. We should always be working towards a win-win, okay? And they do very good work. The one downside to using the Philippines is if you are giving them something that isn't understandable or you didn't train them properly, they will not connect. They will not contact you and let you know they don't understand. They will hide. It's got to be clear. You need to ask them, do you understand? If you don't, it's okay. Please let me know you don't so I can explain it clearer. If you do not do that, they will ghost you, okay? Because they don't, it's in their DNA, it's in their culture that they don't want you to know that they don't know the answer to something. So you've got to be clear and ask them that. That's
they don't handle conflict well at all.
They do not handle conflict well. That's correct. So post your need. You'll need to create a job description and make it as detailed as possible. Each one of these services allows you to post that job description. So you want a subject and a job description. So you're going to post it. Most of them are very, very affordable. Some are even free to post. But if you're going to do more than one post, then you've got to pay a monthly fee. Like onlinejobs.ph, it's free to post. What they're hoping is that you'll be posting more than one and that you'll take their monthly fee, which is really, really nominal. So post your need. Now, what I mean here by subject line, and it kills 90%, what you want to do is in the very first paragraph above the job description, I want you to state, when responding to this job post, when you reply, put in quotes something, whether it's skip trace, owners, appointments, something that has to do with your job posting. And this is going to kill 90% of your applicants because you'll get a bunch of applicants. The reason we're doing this is we're looking for attention to detail. That's the only thing this does. We're looking for attention to detail, and let them know to put it in quotes. So if you tell them appointments in quotes in the subject line, you will have some that will respond that will just have appointments. It won't be in quotes. So right away, they either didn't pay attention to the post or there's a communication or language breakdown. Great. They've eliminated themselves already. We don't have to deal with it. Okay. So they didn't make it through to phase 2. So that's how we kill 90% right off the bat. The next thing we do is the ones that do what you tell them to do. And you go and you view their resumes. And I can't remember what those cards are called. They've got this thing that they can create that's really cool. It creates this little web page for their resume and the stuff that they've done. I think they're called portfolios. Anyway, you can go in and look at that and make sure that they're going to be a good fit. And then you email them for the ones that you're moving to phase 2. And you say, now I want you to create a Loom video on loom.com on why you're a good fit. There's a couple of reasons we're doing this, especially if they're going to be doing outreach for you to build appointments. You want to make sure that they communicate well. Loom is free for the first 5 minutes. So make sure you let them know, do not go over 5 minutes, and then send me the link after you create it. So it allows them to show themselves on the screen so you can see them. You get to hear their voice so you can hear how they communicate. And then you can identify how well they respond to why they're a good fit. Okay, so you get all this. That's going to kill, that's going to kill the next 90%. So we have 10% left. Now 90% of them are gone. Some aren't going to do it. Some don't want to be in front of a camera. And if you're wanting to do Zoom meetings with them, you're going to need them in front of a camera. And some will do it, or just going to be really bad. But you have to choose from there to go to step 3. Step 3 is creating that one-on-one interview with them. So now you say, okay, you let them know how many you have left. I have 3, 4, 5 people left remaining out of all the applicants we've had. Congratulations, you made it to the final phase. I'd like to have a one-on-one interview with you. Here is a link to my schedule. Please schedule a time on it. And you'll kill another 1 or 2 that aren't going to want to talk to you one-on-one. And so that'll whittle it down to where you only have a few left. And now you have to choose from the few that are left. Do you want just one of them? Do you want none of them, start the process over again? Or do you want 2 out of the 3, or maybe even all 3? You don't know until you have that conversation with them. And then you hire the ones that are a fit, and you rinse and repeat for all the VAs that you need. This has worked swimmingly well for me. All right. Okay. So I created a checklist. So create that job description for the position you need to fill. Post the position on a VA listing exchange. What listing exchange did I use? Create a title that will hook someone's attention. What title did I use? In the first sentence above the job description, start the post as follows. When responding to this post, put in quotes in the subject line, include the quotes. Okay. That's going to weed out 80 to 90%. Eliminate all those that do not follow the subject line directions. Number of applicants moving to the next phase. Have the applicant create a video using loom.com, which is free for the first 5 minutes, and ask the applicant to record a video of why they believe they're the best person for the position, and have them send you the link to the video. Eliminate all the applicants that do not respond with the video. Watch all the videos, number of videos submitted. Determine who you want to interview from watching the videos and send them a calendar request. Let them know they're moving to the final phase and instructions on how you'll conduct the meeting. After the interviews, hire the VA. Name of VA, what you agree to pay them. Set up an account at wise.com. If you're not paying through the listing service, this service will pay international vendors and automatically change their country's currency. Okay, so there is a checklist that you can use for this process.